Okay, when we talk about number 3, you're going to do this at the end of class. I am not going to talk about the calculator tricks right now. We're going to finish this packet by hand. So you need to skip that page and let's finish learning how to do this by hand. Moving to number 4. Now, solve each system below by graphing. Okay. Y equals negative 1x minus 2. Start with what number on the first equation? You got it. Where does it go? On the y-axis. Go down 2. Now, what do we need to do? Good job. Plot the slope. Now, the slope is 1 over 3. So, we are going to go up how many? 1. And right how many? 3. They're both positive. So, let's do that. Up 1 and right 3. Let me make sure before I mark my point. Sorry guys, hold on. That's not the real bell, that's the school bell. It's time for lunch. Okay, so we went up 1, which is what we were supposed to do. And then we went right 3. And we plotted our point. Continue that pattern, up 1, right 1, 2, 3. Now we need to go the other way because we need to graph the entire line. So we do the opposite of everything. We're going to go, instead of up 1, down 1. Down 1 entire box. Okay? Now we need to go to the left 3. So 1, 2, 3. Again, guys, we're just counting the boxes. 1, 2, 3. And you're putting the dot at the end of the third box. That's it. And continue that pattern. 1, 2, 3. Dot at the end. Now you use your straight edge to connect. You should already have your ruler. Okay, here we go. Alright, let me put my arrows. Those are important. Alright, now let's go ahead and do the second equation. Y equals negative 1. Uh-oh. I know you guys are probably trying to go down 1 and right 1, but that is not right. Remember, it says y equals negative 1. Where is negative 1 on the y? It is here. I want to know, or want you to graph, a line that represents y equals negative 1. Some of you do this. That is not the only time y is negative 1. Y is negative 1 for this entire horizontal line. So when you see y equals negative 1, you should be drawing a line at negative 1 that crosses the y-axis. And remember, I could go into a lot of stuff right here. The slope is 0 for this line. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because the first 2 videos were a little longer than I wanted it to be. But here, remember the angry face that lovely teacher down the hallway kind of brought over here from another school and got us all the teachers excited about this angry face, giving kudos out. He knows who he is. Negative, positive. Remember, we had the bridge telling us the slope of the bridge of the nose, telling us that the slope of a vertical line is undefined. And then we had the mouth that said that the slope of that line was 0. You know, the mouth and the chin was the 0. So I'm telling you the slope of this line is 0, and that looks like this. So this is y equals negative 1. So let's back to what we were doing. Let's find that solution. Voila, there it is. How do we know what that is? We count 1, 2, 3, 3, and then negative 1. So 3, negative 1. Make sure you put a comma between it and you use parentheses. Okay, number 5 is a calculator problem on purpose. So we are not going to do number 5. We are not doing number 5. I'd like for you to now turn your packets over and let's do number 6. Okay. Some of you noticed something different. And we have tables on our problem purposely. Ignore that for now. We'll talk about it at the end. What I don't want you to do is use it as a handicap and say, ooh, let me just plot those points and I'm done. Do not do that. Okay? Let's do everything we've already done, starting with B. So B for the first one is negative 3. We plot negative 3 on the y-axis. It gives us a slope of 2. So we know that we have to put 2 over 1 for the slope. That means positive 1 is what we put it over. So we are going up and right. Okay? So let's do that. From negative 3, go up 2 and right 1. 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 Get it? Up 2 and right 1. Okay. Now I need to go the other way. So we do everything opposite. So we go down 2 and left 1. Down 2 and left 1. That was the screw version. Okay, I'm going to get back on task. So now what we do is connect it using our straight edge. All right. And let me put my arrows. Okay, now let's do x equals 4. Remember that, or look, that does not say y. So you better not have gone to 4 and drew a horizontal line. That is x equals 4. That is the undefined slope. That's the bridge of the nose that had a u under it, meaning slope is undefined because it's not a function, because the x values repeat. So how do you graph it? You go to x equals 4. 4 on the x-axis. And no, you do not draw a dot. You draw a vertical line. Vertical line. And you put your arrows, and we see that they cross here. What is that solution? X equals 4 when y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4, 5. And you have found the solution. You are going to do number 2 on your own. So, skip number 7. I said number 2, didn't I? I'm sorry, y'all. You're going to do number 7 on your own. So, let's skip number 7. We're going to do number 8. Number 8. On number 8, they are both solved for y. I'm in good shape here. I just needed to graph it. Oh, y'all, I'm sorry. I ignored the table. Please forgive me. I got too excited. Go back. Okay. Look at the table. I forgot, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Everybody make mistakes. Shoot, ain't nobody perfect. All right. Here we go. 4, 5 is the solution. So when you look on the table, you see that they both have 4, 5. They both have 4, 5. That is verification that That's the solution. You can even plug those in, plug 4, 5 into both of those equations, and it will work. I want to do it, but I've already spent a lot of time on this, and I need to move on. Some of you, I can kind of just feel you tugging at me. If you put the 4 here, I'm going to do it real quick. If you put the 4 here, which is x, that is 2 times 4, which is what? 8. What is 8 minus 3? It's 5. Guys, ignore that sound. It's just the printer next to me printing. I'm going to keep going. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. 8 minus 3 is 5. That means when x was 4, y gives me 5. That's what it says. How do you do this one? This one says x equals 4, so plug in the x. X is 4. So does 4 equal 4? It works for both of them. That's more verification that this is the solution. You are the father. Okay, number 8. Let's go to b equals 1 on the y-axis. B equals 1. Plot it. Got it. Now we graph the slope. The slope is 1. Remember, that is 1 over 1. Up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. Get it? To the right 1. Get it? Up 1 to, sorry y'all. And now do the opposite. You're going to go down instead of up 1. You're going to go left instead of right 1. Down 1, left 1. Down 1, left 1. Continue that pattern and then connect using your straight edge. Again, use your ID if you don't have a ruler. Let's do the next one. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the y-axis. And now the slope is negative 3. Put it over a positive 1. Go, I'm going to switch colors. Down 3. Don't go left. Go right 3. Again, only the top number is negative. So from this 5, go down 1, 2, 3, and right 1. Uh-oh. You notice something? But keep going. Down 1, 2, 3, and right 1. Down 1, 2, 3, and right 1. 1, 2, 3, and right 1. And you can't go the other way because there's not enough room. So that's enough. Cross. Straight edge. Arrows. And it crosses here. That gives me 1, 2. 1, 2. Now let's look on the table and see that both tables share the solution 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. We have now verified that the solution is 1, 2. You can also plug this point in to both equations and you'll see that it works out. And I know you want to see it. Man, I'm trying to hurry up. Okay, y equals x plus 1. Plug in the x. 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So, when the x value is 1, the y value is 2. That gives me 1, 2. So, as you can see, guys, it works. Now let's do the other one. Y equals negative 3x plus 5. Negative 3 times 1 plus 5. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2. When x is 1, y is 2. That's 1, 2. So, as you can see, it works for both of them. That means I have the solution. So we did it right. Now, if you would for me, go ahead and turn to the next question. Ooh, it's getting interesting. Number 9. Number 9 says y equals x minus 2. I like that one because it looks easy. So I'm going to start with that. I see the y-intercept is -2. Okay, so let's go to -2 on the y-axis because that is my y-intercept, and I'm going to plot -2. Now I am going to graph the slope. The slope is 1. Now let's graph the slope. 1 over 1. I have to make it a fraction. Don't forget that. It's not already a fraction. Okay, let's do it. Up 1 and to the right 1 because they are both positive. So let's go up 1 and right 1. Up 1 and right 1. And to continue that, I'm going to speed it up a little bit because my hands can move pretty fast. Now we need to go the other direction, the opposite direction of everything we just did. So still start at -2, but instead of going up, we're going to go down. Instead of going right, we are going to go left. And continue that pattern. Now we use our ruler or our ID, and we connect. Let's do the next one. Oh man. Okay, let me see how many people did this right or thought about it right. How many say that 2 is the slope? Some of you are using your context clues and you're saying, or using your resources, and you're saying, Miss, that's not what you wrote right there. And you're right. This is not solved y. How do I know that? If I write y equals mx plus b, is the y sitting alone on that side by itself? No, it is not. Now, am I saying y will always be on the left? No, I'm not. But I'm saying right now, for what we're doing, we're focusing on it being on the left. If you want to see it on the right, you just tell me, and I'll show a video and upload it to the Clwk blog so you can see it. So we need to solve this for y. So let's rewrite that problem over here on the side next to where it says solution. 2x plus y equals 1, because we need to solve that. How do we get 2x on the other side? Who can answer that for me? Subtract it. Why are we subtracting? Because it is positive. It disappears here and it is going to reappear on the right side. Are we subtracting and making this -1? No, we're not. We're keeping them separate. So y equals, am I going to write the 1 first, or am I going to write -2x first? -2x, because I want my mx first. Now, do I just write a 1? Why not? I need to write a sign. Do I write plus because it's mx plus b? No, I look at the 1. The 1 is positive. That's how I know what to write. So if this was negative, then I would write a minus sign. Or I could write plus and negative. So I'm going to write plus because he is positive. And some of you guys are saying, but Miss, I thought we was trying to make it mx plus b, and b has a plus sign. So don't you just always put a plus sign? No. This tells me what to write. So if he's positive, I write a plus. If he's negative, I write a minus, because that's what I like to do. Now, some of you are going to say, Miss Pierce, I disagree with you. I can always write a plus. Well, if he is negative and you write plus a negative like this, okay, that's the same thing. You're good. But remember, it's what this number is that tells you what to write here. And he's positive, so I write a plus. So if he is negative, I'm going to write this one. I know some of you will want to write this one. And that's okay. You can do that. But I'm going to write this one. Okay. So now we solved it. B is 1. Let's go to B is 1. My slope is -2. Oh, here we go with that slope again. Put it over +1. We go down 1 and then we go right. We go down 2 and then we go right 1. Sorry guys, I'm just so excited. I'm having fun, as you can tell. Okay, so go down 2 and right 1. 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 Now you're going to go and do the opposite. Instead of down, go up 2. Instead of right, go left 1. Up 2, left 1. Up 2, left 1. Now connect it. And we see that it crosses at 1, because you got to do the x first, then -1. So 1, -1. Okay, now we did all of that work. I'm putting my arrows because you got to put the arrows because it will continue going forever up and forever down. Let's check our table and see. Did we get it right? Yes, we did. 1, -1. They both have it. And remember, just because they don't both have it doesn't mean it's not there. But they both have it. Let's do number 10. Yeah, I'm starting with the second one. Anybody else agree? Because that first one, I'm like, what? Let's do the second one. So let's speed it up a little bit. Start at 1. Okay, the negative belongs to the top number. And here's my proof. I wanted to show this on the calculator because I know I have some people that just don't believe me. So I'm going to hit, here's my calculator. I was messing with it before while I was talking to you. So I'm going to hit 1, new document. I'm going to tell it don't save it. I'm going to add a calculator. And I just want you to watch this. Negative. I put the negative first. I'm going to go so you can see me. Pull this up. Push it up. I'm going to hit the button next to 9. And then I'm going to put, click enter so it can highlight that. You see the negative is still in the middle? Okay, I'm just saying. Put the 1, put the 2, take that decimal off. Now I'm going to press enter. And can anybody predict what is going to happen? Let's press enter. Hi, there it is. It moves to the top. And the bottom is what? Still positive. So we are going down 1 and right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. All right, come on, y'all. Pick up the pace. Do the opposite. Up 1, left 2. Up 1, left 2. Up 1, and left 2. Get it? Let's connect. Okay. Oh boy. Let's do this one. X plus y equals 0. Needs to be solved for y. So, let's see here. I need to do what, guys? Who needs to move? You got it, the x. And how are we going to move them? Are we always going to subtract? No, I just wanted to get this in your system about moving the x, but there is an example on here where we have to add him. Okay, so on this one we're subtracting because this is positive. Over here. Now, cross, cross, bringing down my y because that is what's left. Now, some of you are going to write the 0, and I kind of want you to write the 0 this time. And I know I've been telling you don't write it, don't write it, don't write it, but let's write it today. There's a reason. So this is negative x. Now I do put, I'm adding on 0, and I know you guys are saying, well, 0 is negative, is neither positive nor is it negative, is neutral. And so I thought you said you get it from here. Well, that doesn't apply to 0 because 0 is neither. I'm just going to put plus 0. Okay? Now, let's put 0, the y-intercept, which is the origin on the graph. That's why I wanted you to write the plus 0, because I wanted you to see that the b was 0. Now the slope is -1, so we're going to do -1 over 1. Which means we are going which way? Down and right. So go down and right 1. Down and right 1. Now you notice it's moving away from the line, don't you? Why do you think that is? Because we need to go the other way. So do the opposite. Go up and left. 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 Now we connect it. Do you see where they cross? Yes, that is -2 for the x and +2 for the y. So we look on our table to see, did we get it right? Yes, we did. I just remembered something, and I know some of you are saying, wait, Miss, I had a question. I looked at the table on number 9, and I noticed that there were 2 points. That's a mistake. This right here should be a 1. I just thought about it. It just hit me. That should be a 1. That was a mistake. I apologize. Moving on to number 11. We need to solve both of these for y, and so let's get to it. X plus y equals 4. 2x plus 3y equals 9. Let's solve them. I subtract x on both sides. Y equals -x plus 4. And I know some of you went ahead and put that 1 here and that 1 here. That's okay. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Every time you see a letter without a number, there's a 1 there. Now, I'm not writing the 1 here because I just wanted to say y. But how many y's do you see, guys? 1. So, when you see 1y, don't try to divide the 1 off because it's not going to do anything. It's okay. It's still correct if you have it like that or like this without it. Okay? All right. Subtract 2x. Bring down the 3y. Subtract 9 and 2 against 7? No, keep them separate. -2x minus 9 is positive, so plus 9. Divide by 3. Y equals -2/3 x plus 3. Remember, that negative belongs to the 2, and that 3 is positive. I can feel you wearing down. Let's go ahead and push through. Plot the 4 for the first equation as the y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do we graph -1 slope? Put it over 1. And we're going to go down 1 and right 1. So down 1, right 1. I did that fast, didn't I? Go the other opposite direction. You should know how to do that now. Use your straight edge to connect. Let's do the next one. I'm moving. Plus 3. 1, 2, 3. It says go down 2 and right 3. Down 2. Did I say that too fast? Remember, the negative is only on the 2, not the 3. All right, down 2 and right 3. Aha! Hey now! Down 2 and right 3. Y'all don't have to act excited. I'm excited. I'm doing it right. You should be excited. If not, get excited. Or fake it. Okay, what is that point? It is 1, 2, 3, positive 1. Okay, so we come over here and we look at the table and we see 3, 1 on both tables. We have done it correct. You can also plug them in. I am not doing it on this one, but you go for it. Let's look at number 12 on the next video.